is Khadija. My name is Maha. My name is Asma. My name is Ishal. And our PBL is about air pollution. Come join us on our PBL adventure. Our project is a before and after, and on the good side it has happy animals and good trees, but on the and it has not polluted area. And on the bad side, there's factories producing bad air for our health. So we need to find a solution, and our solution is we put a dome on the factory that filters the good air and makes it into good air. We also have poster boards. The poster boards have the stuff that we collected from our journey and we pasted on it. For example, we have our essay and our poem. We also have on our poster board some information about air pollution and land pollution. We also have the Islamic Hadith. Over here we have some pictures. This picture has land dumps in it. And this picture is a nice green and clean area which we want to try and make our earth green.
Assalamu alaikum, my name is Bara and this is my partner Ava. Today we will be talking to you about our PBL. If you're wondering what PBL means, it's project-based learning. In English, we've been making graphic novels. Here's my graphic novel. And this is my friend Ava's graphic novel. In science, we've been making soap, and this is the soap we made. We made this soap because in the graphic novel, we made a story about what if the UAE ran out of cleaning agents. And this cleaning agent that ran out of was soap. So this is why we presented this one.
We made a garbage can that can automatically open. And so this is a scanner. We're on the switch and then we put our hand, it opens automatically. And in math, we solve problems, measurements and units. In science, renewable and non-renewable resources.
Here, this is the Mindstorm device, the most important part of this project. So when you start it, you're gonna find demo and run. When you press demo, it will move by itself without having to press on the sensor. Okay. When you choose run and press on it, it will start the sensor. So when you put your hand on the sensor, it will work like this.
The solar panel gives it green energy to let it move. This is the way we should keep our planet. Very beautiful and clean. We should mostly use solar panels. And on this part of my essay, this airplane just took off and it's polluting gases from the engine, which will harm the people in the airport. And on the side, when they're using the solar panel, after using the solar panel, once the solar panel collects the heat and the energy, it gives it to the windmills, which gives us a chance of coolness and wind, and gives us battery power. Here on my model, I have one bad side and one good side. The bad side has oil spills, which causes to water pollution. Water pollution can be caused in many ways. Oil spills in the factories while they are burning. This deforestation is connected with the coal. As I said, they burn it up together in one mixture. Cars on the road, which is caused by noise pollution. Noise pollution is something where there's a lot of noise and a lot of wastage. Here is a dump site is deforestation. A dump site is where people use a lot of pollution and just dump it into one corner, which the planet gets dirty, filthy and rotten.
من
من خلال مشروعنا لمادة PBL اخترت أنا وزميلتي ميار أن نصنع الصابون السائل، والأشياء التي استخدمناها هي زيت جوز الهند، زيت الزيتون، زيت دوار الشمس، الخل، زيت النخيل والماء. فالصابون له أهمية كبيرة لا غنى عنها، ولو نتخيل أن لا يوجد الصابون في حياتنا فسوف تنتشر الأمراض والبكتيريا في أجسادنا، وبالتالي يؤتي إلى انتشار الجراثيم.
Did you know if you have a cough, you have honey, lemonade, and black pepper, and then you eat it, and then you're cured. And yeah, and this is what it is.
This beekeeper is sad because he does not have any bees to make honey, and if he does not have honey to sell, he will lose his business. This one is like the bees pollinate the plants. That one is the bee pollinates the coffee, and if the bee doesn't, companies like Tim Horton could lose their business. Let's go to the food web. The food web is like the grasshopper eats the grass, and then the frog eats the grasshopper, and even the rabbit eats the grass, and the fox comes to eat the rabbit. Why are the bees endangered? They're endangered in habitat loss, air pollution, parasites, and pesticides. Because they make honey, and like they start making pollen, and like they pick pollen when they drop some, they like flowers grow. Welcome to the amazing recycling group. Our big question is, how can change impact us and the environment? Our questions. How do you recycle? Why do you recycle? How do you recycle plastic bottles? What do we recycle? Why is recycling important? Why do we need to recycle paper? How do you recycle paper? How do you recycle batteries? Step 1. People need to sort out their trash. How do you recycle plastic? First you put it in the recycling bin, then you sort it out.
So we need to make this place like this first. Here we're using electric air, electric water, solar panels for the cars, and the trees breathe the CO2. So this place is not going to happen inside of the farm. But this place, the CO2 will go up and cover the earth, and then when the sun brings the heat, it doesn't go back because the CO2 trap it to close on the earth to go the heat back, and the sea will go up and do a lot of tsunamis, and everything is going to be in water, and millions of people are going to die.
This is what we did for our PBL. We had a field trip to Expo 2020 to learn more about inventions and inventors. As you can see, we had a graphic novel, Max Axiom,
which led us to making our own graphic novels.
In math, we had to price our bar soap. The price for our soap was 5 dirhams. What we did well was
making the graphic novel, completing the research, writing the opinion essay, gallery walk, and teamwork.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Sar, and this is my partner Sumaya. Today we're going to be representing our PBL work during September to now. So now we're going to be telling you our driving question. How would you, as an inventor, develop and propose a cost-effective purifying agent to meet the needs of the society in the UAE? As you can see that we have combining all of our subjects together, like science, English, and math. As you can see over here, that we've been calculating our costs and our ingredients, and been designing our bottle and doing our reflection. And in science, we have been making our purifying agent agent, and before that we researched about what are the ingredients and how are we gonna start.
And now we are going to represent ELA.
In ELA we have done many things. For example, we learn about inventors and inventions, purifying agents, visual elements, and graphic novels, and many more.
And on this side, you can see that we've been a PBL entry event and this is when our PBL just started, by how to get germs off your hands, about liquid soap, hand sanitizer, and bar soap. And we went to a field trip to Expo 2020 where we learned about inventors who made ketchup, ice cream cones, robots, telephones, and many more. And these are the stuff what we have been doing in Expo 2020.
And this is the scientific method with Max Axiom, which inspired us to make our own graphic novel.
When we put this inside our filtration device, it's going to hold the mud inside the filtration.
So when we put the water in, it passes, can you hold it? It passes through here, and the cotton that's at the bottom holds every single tiny stuff that are left in the water. So then when, we'll have the cotton under here. So when it comes through, it leaves just everything, and it'll be clean, purified water. It'll come out clear into one of the cups. So our PBL is about water pollution. So we're talking about the water filtration system. For English, we had to make some stories about water pollution, and we have some summaries about them. And then in English, we had to make a picture of our filtration device, an original drawing, and then we have to enlarge or reduce, and we made enlargement, and this is our enlargement. And then for science, we had to make the filtration device and talk about it.
So in English, we wrote a two-perspective story, and since this is our driving question, it says, how would you as an environmental conservationist develop and campaign for an innovative solution to the global crisis of contaminated water? So we made stories, and we also made a purification system. In math, we made a skill drawing.
Since we have to make a water purification system, we decided to make a huge robot. The robot is connected to this iPad by Bluetooth, and it basically gets the dirty water and pours it into this cup, which has charcoal, sand, pebbles, things that purify it. See, from my iPad. And see, now it is filtered. And we have also created a portable sink. This portable sink, it has a hole here. When you turn on the cap, the air pressure lets the water pour through. But when you close the cap, the water stops.
This is a filtration system. This one we use it because this takes particles out of water, not chemicals and the rest of the things that is in the water, the dirty water. Boil here, it evaporates. Yes, it evaporates. The water evaporates from here, and then it comes here. This till this part is hot. Then here we fill water.
Cold water, so condensation.
So when we put cold water here, condensation happens.
No need.
So
Okay.
this represents the factories, how like they do a lot of this stuff, and how they get like not clean water.
And then you ran it through.
And then we put it through the filtration bottle.
Is that safe to drink or no?
No, it's not. This is like 70% clean.
Okay. And you used it. You tested it,
And
right?
then we taste it with the yellow paper. If it's red, it means not good.
This is called the pH paper.
So to test if the water is good. If it's red, means not good.
Red means that it's 13. 13 is bad. 7 and 8 is the only things that are able to drink. From 1 to 6 is acid, and 9 to 14 is base.
Very good. So when this is not safe to drink, that
Yeah.
means, right? So what was the second idea that we could do to make it safer to drink?
To get distillation.
Distillation first, we open the fire with boil, and here we put the dirty water till the dirty water boils, and only the water particles will evaporate here. Then here we put
Like some
cold water from this part, and so the vapor condenses here again, and then
It
drops
goes
here.
down. Then it's clean water over there.
Water is supposed to boil here, so the vapor, it's only the vapor of the water like this only evaporate, but the rest of the chemicals, because they take more heat than water to evaporate, so they take a longer time to evaporate, and then water evaporates from here, and then here we put cold water, so the water, when it evaporates, it condenses again here, and then falls
So they
down.
mix up in this side here.
This filter, until this boil, I'll talk about this filter. First, down at the bottom, this is a piece of cloth, so like the things, the layers that I put don't fall. Then we put cotton, so
Takes off the dirt.
start from the beginning. Here, there's big rocks, so the big particles of the big particles of trash that
The
are
rocks
here,
takes it.
the rocks, it gets stuck over the rocks, and then the small rocks get the smaller things, and then the sand also, so small things, charcoal to get chlorine out of water, and
Not
then
any charcoal, the beach charcoal.
yes, and then
Aquarium charcoal.
and then there's some cotton, so when the water comes, the cotton like what, yes, and then it passes by here.
And then it becomes 70% clean.
Yes, this is 70% clean.
Lower the flame.
Right now, I'll measure the water to see if it's not. The water is 7. Exactly 8 and 7. So
8 and 7, that's good.
let's drink it.
Yeah, let's drink.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Asya, and today I'm going to be talking about my sustainable city. So technically, my sustainable city is about cycling water. So here, out there, we made pipes which could connect to other buildings to save up the water. And here is the water tank, which would save the water when it rains. It will go to other cities.
Assalamu alaikum, my name is Hanima. So basically our city is Indonesia. We were trying to fix a problem that one of our cities has, and we have to come up with an idea to fix it. We came up with a filtration system. You can see pipes basically everywhere in our city. In our science subject, we needed to make precipitation, transportation, and evaporation. We actually made a real water cycle. So here this is precipitation.
right now we're going to show the evaporation, how the heated water would go. And the smoke, which is there, is the evaporation, which would go up to the cloud, which would hold it, and then it'll start raining.
Like Asya said, it will come up and it will come up as clouds, which is called condensation.
This is the question that we all had to answer. We have 3 subjects: science, math, and English, that had a lot that people in. Okay, here in math, we had a dry sketch of our city, and as you can see, I drew everything that we made in our city so far. With malls, schools, airports, all the places that a sustainable city should need. Here, we have our ratio table. We had to compare 2 things in our city, and here's the graph. Now, to science. In science, we got a scientific handout, and here we had a lot of questions, and we had to answer them, telling about our PBL. About our city as well. And this is our case study about Algeria's. And now to English. In English, we had to write an email to the leaders of Algeria's and talk to them about the problems of their city and tell them how we can solve the problem. And here's my claim, my evidence, and my reasoning for my city. And what is this PBL about? I answer that question. And a water-related problem is explained. So that was one part of our PBL. The second part is that we had to make a model of our city with a working, sustainable water cycle. Here, we made multiple things that a sustainable city should need. For example, the airport, the school, a water facility, factory, and some apartments, house, a stadium, a mall with a terrace, a restaurant on top, and the zoo, the fashion boutique, the gym, and a lot of things that, of course, we all have in our daily lives. And now, the main part is our water cycle. And our water cycle here, we poured boiling water in a beaker, and then it's gonna evaporate and condense, which is gonna show how a water cycle works.
So we did a poster over here, and this is pollution and pesticides. And first, we'll start from the air pollution. So this is the factory. It's blowing like a dirty air. It's more smoke, and that's what factories work of. And this is the rubbish that some people, they take it and they make it to fire, and then the grass turns brown. This is water pollution that some people throw like a plastic bottle, scissors, bones, and tires. So then some fish will eat it and then they will die. And this is my habitat that I did in my home about the lizards.
Sea animals like all the jellyfishes and the sharks and the fishes, they'll all die because they put in the tires, they put in fish bones, they put in scissors, put in plastic bottles.
So I will tell you what does so environment mean like everything around us, and endangered mean like some animals are not living in the wild anymore, and habitat means that it's animals' home, animals' shelter, and animals' food, the clean air, and the food. So thank you for watching our video. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
My animal is the giant panda. It's endangered. We can help them by planting more bamboos and more trees.
and it lives in China mountains and in China forests. Because people are cutting bamboo and trees and they cannot live without air and food. This is my project and this is some information.
Look, this is our project. Here's the black, it's about the black rhino, and here's the black rhino's habitat. And here's some research about it, like show your animal, like here's the animal, he eats grass and plants, and we're doing a sign for people to not hunt the black rhino, and that's what we wondered and that's what we noticed. And that's a picture of the black rhino. And our big question is, how does change impact the environment?
Hello, this is our project. It's over here. This is the Arabian leopard habitat. These are the Arabian leopards, and this is the trees that my teacher made. There's more over here. This is little grass, and these are the hills, and these are the mountains. This is the sand, and that's the sky over there. And if you see, there's like we drew all of this.
Leopard is endangered because they're using its skin to make different stuff.
Thank you for joining us in our PBL adventure. Hope you enjoyed. Bye!